Hello, welcome to Overbite Gaming, and we're going to do a bit of news today. Never mind that. Never mind it. So, there's been a couple of stories I wanted to comment on over the last few days. And the first one we're going to be talking about is something I saw brought up by a lot bigger YouTubers, and I thought they had a spectacularly very bad takes on it. So, I thought I'd stick my oar in because I'm an oar sticking in kind of fella. Now, this is about Remedy. So they've just released what's called the definitive edition of Control, which on PC was previously an Epic Store exclusive, which was the whole thing. I did pick it up. I thought the game was frustratingly hard. I know I just got to get good. Save your comment. Blah. But I picked it up mainly just to check out the ray tracing on my new card. So anyway, so they're releasing the definitive edition. If you buy it on console, you get it on, the PlayStation 5 or the Xbox Series X for free. Now, I was like, that's pretty generous, giving away a free game. I mean, I understand it's releasing close to when the consoles do, so they're not completely altruistic, but yeah, that seems fair enough. And then I heard some bad takes on it, and I thought, well, that doesn't seem right to me. Let's check out the comments. And the comments, which can only be described as completely full of whiner babies.
Or as I like to call them, whiner babies.
Thank you, Coach Boomer. I appreciate that. So the comments were full of people with, well, I bought it on PlayStation 4 and bought all the DLC. Where's my free game? You don't get a free game. That you bought a PlayStation 4 game to play on the PlayStation 4 or whatever. That's the game you bought. You're not due another game because you bought that one. When the PS4 came out, I didn't get a PS4 version of Grand Theft Auto 5, despite having bought it on the PS3. I didn't get The Last of Us remastered for free because I bought it on the PS3, because it's not mine. I don't own that game. I'm not deserving of that game, and they don't have to provide my game. Despite several large viewers saying it's very anti-consumer not to give away three things. I was just like, really? Come on, use your fucking brains. Please. So moving on to the second piece, and I thought it was going to be very similar, in fact. And this was Activision and the new Call of Duty. So I'm reading and going through the YouTube video, I'm like, okay. So what you're complaining about is you're paying £60 to get it on this generation and £10 extra to get an upgrade. Why are you complaining about that? That seems perfectly reasonable. £10 for a new game. And then I dug into it a bit more. And it seems it's $70 just for the new gen edition. So, that kerfuffle about people going, oh, well, we've heard it's going to be 70 quid. And all the developers are like, no. Yeah, turns out that may not be correct. I was willing to write it off just as Call of Duty, because Call of Duty has always been priced really badly. I mean, on Steam right now, you can go and look at Black Ops 2. It's an 8-year-old game. It's still 40 quid, which is probably about 15 quid less than when it actually released 8 years ago. So they've always been fucked up. But no. We've got like stuff from Take-Two and things like that, which have also been confirmed at 70 quid. So it looks like your next gen games, at least from AAA developers, are going to be £70 or $70 I should say. We'll probably get it for something similar over here, maybe slightly less because of the exchange rate, but generally we get boned on that sort of thing in the UK. So, and then it started me thinking, well, why? I don't understand why. I don't think the cost of the game is going to increase that dramatically, just because you've got a bit of extra horsepower. It's not going to be running in an entirely different environment or anything. It's still going to be based on basically PC. So why do you need that? And I started thinking, I know, fucking hell, we're in trouble now, lads. Maybe it's the console developers themselves. I mean, when you look at the proposed specs and what they expect performance to be of the consoles, which we always have to take with a grain of salt after previous generations, maybe because if they're actually telling the truth, I mean, you're talking like the equivalent of a 2080 Ti, which is a $1,200 graphics card, £1,200 as well, which is I'm talking about. So, they're never going to sell it for £1,200 and that's not even including all the rest of the gubbins. So, I mean, even when you take into account, obviously they'll be buying in bulk, so they'll get reductions in costs that way, and maybe some of it's OEM, so it's all one SKU. Who knows? But they're never going to make money on the consoles, not if they're telling the truth about the performance of them. So I'm thinking maybe they're trying to get a bit more back on the games, because previous generations they've always been like, oh, well, we lost money on the console, but we get it back on the games. Because much like Steam does, they put a percentile fee on each game that they sell and has, the Sony stamp, the Microsoft stamp on it. So maybe they've just decided to increase their cost because they're going to be losing out so drastically on the consoles. Because, yeah, I mean, if it's not a lie, these performance specs, then that should be really fucking expensive. And if they're expecting to bring it in, I don't know, we're thinking between $400 and $600 pounds, then they're going to be losing. So I'm wondering if it's just the console manufacturers going, we need to get some more money back because of how badly underpriced our consoles are going to be. Maybe. Moving on. And it's not some much news, but it's something that happened to me, so I want to share it with you guys. And this involves Amazon and physical pre-orders. Now, UFC 4, which I did a review of last week, and isn't bad. It's a little bit of a disappointment, but overall it's a pretty good game. And I originally had that ordered with Amazon. I pre-ordered it because I wanted to review it, so I don't feel so bad about pre-ordering shit if I'm going to review it. So I'm the kind of guy that's like, well, I've got money now. By the time that comes out, I might not have money, so I'll order it now, and then I don't have to worry about it. So I'll pre-order it with Amazon, and it's like, I think 2 days before it releases or something like that. And then I get an email from Amazon, and it comes out on the Friday, and Amazon say, oh, we expect to deliver up to Wednesday next week. I'm like, what? Why? I pre-ordered it. This is the reason I pre-order. So I get it on the day and can play it. So I actually contacted their customer service team, which let's just say is based in a foreign country. I think everybody can infer from what I mean by that. And he was pretty useless. I was like, well, what's the point of pre-ordering if you can't get it to me on day of release? He's like, oh, so you have to wait like 2 to 3 weeks. I'm like, I can buy it digitally right now. Why would I ever wait 2 to 3 weeks? So that's what I did. I literally ordered it on the PlayStation Store while I was still talking to the Amazon rep. I'm like, I cancel the order. He's like trying to talk me around. Oh, we'll give you £10. I'm just like, no, it's fine. I've cancelled it. Don't worry about it. I'm trying to get rid of him. Can't get rid of him. This last little message that popped up like 10 minutes after I thought we were done was, thank you for being a Prime subscriber. I'm like, yeah, did me a lot of good. Cheers, buddy. So, I mean, in future, I'm not going to bother trying to get console releases. I mean, I don't buy physical copies for my PC anymore. It's all Steam or Epic or Origin or whatever. It's all one of the online stores. I only ever did it on PlayStation 4. I don't really buy Xbox One games anymore because they're all on PC now. And I get it from Game Pass, so I don't have to spend any money on it at all. So it's only really the PS4 exclusives I have to pay for. So, yeah, I'll just be buying those digitally going forward. I mean, I don't really care about boxes and shit. You can see, it's pretty chocker. I mean, I've got several bookcases that all look like this. So, yeah, I'm not real... I don't really need any more stuff to clutter up my workroom here. And finally, I just want to talk about the Avengers game that's coming out. I did play the beta that was eventually released on Steam. For everybody, it wasn't for pre-order customers. So anybody that wanted to could download it. I think once you downloaded like the high-res texture packs, it's like 120 gig, which is quite a lot, to be fair. But I did all that and did play it. It's all right. I mean, I'm a bit more of a Marvel and comic book sucker than most people, so I did pre-order after my beta experience. I got to sort of the point where I'm at the you sort of gonna have to go away and grind some missions to get more powerful and then come back because I was getting my ass kicked. But it's a nice looking game. It doesn't perform awfully well. I mean, I was sort of in the high 50s, low 60s for most of my playthrough. Sometimes when it would go into a cutscene, it would go single digits for a little while and then recover. And that's basically because my graphics card is brute forcing. It's not because of any elegance in the coding or anything like that. So hopefully that will improve. Because I mean, I did have everything turned on. I will say that. So I could take the graphics down if I wanted to, but I pay £650 for a graphics card. I don't want to turn the graphics down. That's kind of why I did that, and I'm stupid. So yeah, it's okay. I mean, the gear pickups and stuff like that are confusing because I haven't spent a whole bunch of time. It does have like a key you can press, and it will just pick the best ones. But I mean, I'm not sure how that works because some of them are situational. Like in this mission, you'll be facing enemies that wield ice weapons, and you're like, okay. So, oh look, this bit of gear has some bonuses against ice. So I don't know whether it's that clever or it just looks at your DPS or whatever. Don't know because I mean, I didn't really want to play it that much. I mean, I played 2.5, 3 hours of it, I think, and I was kind of like, well, I'm pretty sure I'm going to order it now. So I don't really want to play anymore. I think that's reasonable. One thing I did run into though was, and I think Skill Up mentioned this when he had his bear experiences. Some of the cutscenes, the sound drops out. I only had it once, but I think the cutscene itself is tied to the sound, the actual speed of it. So this happened.
Good job, Kamala. That wasn't awkward at all.
Yeah, so it went a little bit mental, and then Kamala is very ironic at the end, which kudos, at least it recognized it. Anyway, guys, that's all I've got to talk about for today. I don't know what next week's video will be yet. Avengers doesn't come out till the Friday, so the day before next week's video. And yeah, I don't think that's long enough for me to finish it and get a review up, so it will be something else. What do you think of today's video? It's a little bit different. I'm hoping you guys like it. I'm trying to expand on the effort I put into these things, and because I mean, Snare had the point. It was a case of like we got to churn two out, but now I'm down to like only having to deal with one. I'm like, well, I'm gonna make this one a little bit more special. I don't know if I succeeded. You guys will tell me, and also let me know whether my take is the bad take and everybody else is right. I just think they're a bunch of whiner babies. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.